Hello everybody and welcome to another Gear Talk, and this time just my 2 cents about the new Pentax film camera. Before we begin, as usual, if you want to support the channel, please put a like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you want to go a step further, check out my webpage and you can find all my books there. You can find the link down in the description or up here, and if you get the books, that will be a great support. Also the Zine NIM 148 is really beautiful, and check it out. Also, please check out the sponsor, La Dolce Vita Workshops, great workshops in Italy to teach you how to bring La Dolce Vita in your everyday life and in your images. Very nice workshops. This say, let's talk about the new Pentax film camera. First of all, Pentax came out with the third video of the series about the film cameras, the project, and you can find the link down in the description or up here. And they announced that they are at the stage of prototype of the camera. Probably will came out, the rumor says that it will come out probably later this year, but this is still to be confirmed. The camera is a film camera with some very strange specification, and they explain why. And the strange specification are, first of all, is an half frame camera, so it takes two shots in what was the 24 by 36 frame. So basically a 36 roll will take 72 pictures, and that is great. The camera will be vertical format, so the standard format of the camera, the standard use is vertical. It will be with the manual advancing lever and to roll back the film. It will be kind of automatic with some settings, probably some different setting for different sheets, and the focus will be its own focus. So the usual of all cameras, so is portrait and a little bit and panorama and so on, and you set the different type of photography and the different zone, and you will see the zones in the viewfinder, so that will be kind of fine. So it's a very strange camera. A lot of people were expecting, had a lot of expectation about Pentax coming out with the new LX or Pentax 67 and so on, and these were not really good expectation. Pentax always said that the idea was to come out as a first thing with a compact camera. What surprises me is to read a lot of comments online and about this news, and a lot of people is supporting Pentax and thinking that this is great, but a lot of people is complaining. It's I wanted a full frame camera, or I wanted a 6x7, or all these kind of things. A lot of people comparing these to, you can buy the full frame camera for 20 bucks online used and so on. What I think about this is that for me it's fantastic that Pentax came out with something new and something different. And it's fantastic, as they explained in the video, they made the decision to go with this specification to attract younger people. Yes, younger people is used to the vertical format because they use the phone in vertical. Younger people don't want to spend a ton of money, so doubling the images on the film, it means it will be cheaper to use. And they inserted manual controls because they want to create this manual feeling on the people using it. So the camera is kind of a compromise, in my opinion, to attract the digital users, the phone users, and attract them and then convert them to film. And this is something that I love of that. We film photographers have to realize that we need a much bigger market to have film photography sustainable for the future. We need to create a big market for the use of film, so company will be interested to produce more film, and there will be interest to produce more cameras and so on. And I think that this can happen because it happened to the vinyl records, it happened with a lot of things from years ago, a lot of analog things. I really think that a lot of people is tired to have everything digital, and also I think that a lot of people would love to have something with film because it's something that cannot be modified by hacker, a 14 years old guy in his mom's garage, but cannot modify all your images just with the push of the button and the help of artificial intelligence. So we are in a moment where photography is losing all its credibility to, and all its, we always trust the photography to describe in some way the reality. Yes, we knew that were possible to do interpretation, but one thing is to give a different interpretation and different point of view on a subject, and one thing is to create something totally fake. And with artificial intelligence and digital, this is exactly the nightmare we are going in. And by the way, I love some use of artificial intelligence. For example, there's Daniel Marcolina. He made a video, and I can put the link somewhere, but down there in the description. But he made a video about his philosophy while he's using artificial intelligence. He always been involved in all these kind of things, and I like that. I like the results. I like the artistic use of that. I dislike totally the fake use of artificial intelligence pretending that it's something real and this kind of things. But for sure, with a film camera, we are going to create something that is real, that is concrete, and is something that we can touch with our hands, and is a reality, is a portrait of a reality. So I'm really happy that Pentax decided with the first camera to go for something that is attracting not just I mean, I consider myself an old fart addicted to film photography, and there's plenty of people like me around here that were used to film photography, but this camera has the idea to attract people not used to film, people who want to try film for the first time. I also read a lot of people telling, yeah, probably will be a flop because you can buy, you know, in a much cheaper point and shot on eBay and blah 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 blah. But what I'm telling you is think about Fujifilm and what happened with the Instax camera. It was the same. A lot of people were, that makes no sense, but it became one of the main source of income for Fujifilm. And that's something because it creates a trend. And Pentax, I think they will be able to create a trend with this new camera. Yes, they will have to improve a little their marketing skills, and they really did much better with the monochrome, so I hope they will go in that direction. There's only things that I see right now as a delicate passage is the marketing of this camera, also considering that perhaps is going against, not against, but is a kind of a competition of the digital mentality, so we have to see if this camera will be pushed by the algorithm of the social media, or there will be the artificial intelligence behind that saying, oh, this is a competitor, so I will not push it. But I really love the project and I really love the idea. And here I want to add just a little thing to the Pentaxians, is stop to complain. I read a lot of people online, I read the comments on the various news, and a lot of people is complaining, always complaining for something. When the K3 monochrome came out, well, they were complaining because it was not a new color camera. When this came out, why is not the digital, or why is not full frame, why is not 6x6 and so on, 6x7 and so on. And yes, my ideal thing is to see Pentax come out with a full series of camera, see Pentax rebuilding the MX or LX camera, rebuilding the 6x7 and so on. This is my dream, and I hope this is just the first step to see something like that in the future. But it's absolutely not realistic to think that a brand can come out with something like the new 35mm or 6x7 and so on, a new reflex in this actual market. So kudos to Pentax to trust in film and to create a new step of the project that is something that is different and attractive and can generate the numbers to stimulate also the film producer to go on and so on. We have to create all the labs, we have to create the film, the labs and so on. We have to create all the environment again in a stable version to move on with film photography and not just have it as a very very small niche that is not easy to manage. So I'm pretty sure this idea from Pentax will help a lot film photography in general. This said, I hope I will have more ideas and news about this camera, and thank you for watching, and please really go out and support Pentax. Also, if that camera is not the ideal for you, my ideal camera for sure was if I have to think about what I dream, is a 67, but I love this little project, and so go out and support Pentax and spread the word. It's important. If you want this, we want this to succeed, so we can see other cameras that perhaps fits our needs a little bit more. Go around and just share and support this project. This is really something important. And by the way, another thing that I want to add is that I love that Pentax is still has a personality. Pentax for me is a brand that always really interpreted perfectly the Japanese philosophy, the philosophy that create things that are the perfect measure for the user and quality product and so on. The philosophy that created all in the last decades we have seen very fantastic things came out from Japan. If I think about the automotive sector or other things, we are really seeing some wonderful things come out. But also right now there's this tendency, this global tendency to flatten everything that is affecting also Japan. And I say this because as Italian I have seen this happening here in Italy. We were, for example, in the Zine, we were considered best. Right now, at a certain point, the Japanese became the best, and really they had beautiful things coming out. A lot of important design firms here in Italy, they had Japanese designers inside. So, and I love when I see a brand like Pentax that is still doing something different. And yes, something different will create a lot of people thinking, what the hell are you doing, all these kind of things, but they seriously are doing something that is different from the masses. It's different from all other competitors, and I love that about Pentax. I really love innovation. I really love the people that goes, I don't say against the current, but they give an interpretation, their own personalized interpretation. I'm really tired to see this, for example, in the camera market. Right now we see just one after the other doing exactly the same things, trying this race with the single megapixel or one more frame per second or all these kind of things, and really producing the same camera, same philosophy, same things. I love that Pentax is producing something that is totally different, and probably because my philosophy and their philosophy is something that goes together, so I love to use the product, but I really like that they are doing something that is totally different, and with this film project they really nailed it. So I'm really sure that it will be a great success, and I would love to see in the future how it goes. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again next time.